Hey guys, for this next video, I want to share 3 quick, simple little techniques that are a combination of breathwork and meditations, or I should say mini meditations, that help to quickly bring back and recenter yourself when you're thrown off or feeling a lot of anxiety or stress for whatever reason. I like to do these and I'm sharing them with you, and hopefully they can help you too. But I realize sometimes in those moments of high stress or high anxiety, it may be difficult to remember these, or any other techniques. So that's why I like to keep them really concise and simple, so that in those moments you're not sitting there trying to remember something complex or complicated when your monkey mind is all active and going haywire, right? So these techniques are real simple, and I'm going to start with the first one. Is taken from my experiences with Vipassana meditation. Vipassana is um, an ancient form of meditation for several thousand years now. This technique has been passed down, and personally I've studied it with a few different teachers, but essentially this particular aspect of it is a core principle to all versions of Vipassana, and it's one of the beginning techniques that you learn when you're studying Vipassana. And it is simply to focus to close your eyes at that moment and focus all your attention on the sensation of the breath, on the nostrils, or more specifically, the one nostril, because you'll notice one nostril will seem to be more dominant or more active than the other. You'll notice air moving in and out of one nostril more easily than the other, and this is something that occurs throughout the day. Our nostrils take turns being the active nostril, so to speak, and so whichever nostril that is, it doesn't really matter. But at that moment when you're feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, pause, close your eyes, and bring all your focus and awareness to the sensation, the feeling of the breath on the one nostril as the breath enters and leaves the nostril cavity. It's that simple. Sounds crazy, right? But yeah, it's that simple. All you do is focus all your awareness on the feeling or the sensation of the air, of the breath moving in and out of that nostril. And you'll find that within moments, focusing all your awareness on that, bringing all your awareness to that, helps us bring all of that awareness to the present now, to the moment of now, which automatically, by definition, by bringing your awareness and focus to that sensation, you are pulling it away from the source of the stress or anxiety or the racing thoughts that you were experiencing previously. So that's one technique. Another technique number 2 that I'd like to share, is a breathing technique in which you're going to alternate and breathe in for 3 or 4 beats or seconds, and then hold for another 3 or 4 seconds, and then exhale 3 or 4 seconds, and hold again for that same amount of time, and then start over. Ideally, you want to go through this cycle at least 3 times, 3 to 5 times. So let's just do it twice. Let's just do it once, one whole. Yeah, one should be enough, but let's do one whole cycle together so that you can kind of, muscle memory, and record it into your muscle memory here with me at this moment. So that would look like this. Let's say we decide to hold it for 4 seconds, to work with 4 in beats, in segments of 4 seconds. So you'll breathe in for 4 and hold for 4, and then exhale out through the mouth for 4, and then hold for 4, and then start over. Inhale for 4. And now the only other thing I'd like to add is that when you're holding, to give yourself some added decompression or de-stressing, you can also, when you inhale and hold, on that hold, stretch your chest, stretch your arm, stretch your chest by flexing your arms, bend your bent arms backwards, sending your elbows backwards like this, and opening the chest more, because that is frequently where we hold our tension and our stress. When we get stressed out, that's one of the first places in the body that tends to compress and get tight. So that's another thing you could do, is add some chest stretches when you are holding after the first inhale. Okay, so, and the last technique is just as simple as 2 to 3 conscious breaths. If you cannot remember technique 1, which was to close your eyes and notice, bring all your awareness and focus to noticing the sensation of the breath on the nostril, whichever nostril is active, and feeling it, just focusing on the feeling, the sensation of it as the air is entering and exiting the nostril. And or technique 2, in which we were alternating in beats of 3 or 4, and inhaling through the nose for 3 or 4, holding for 3 or 4, and even adding a stretch at this point to further expand our chests and decompress. And then exhale for 3 or 4, and hold again for 3 or 4, and start over. Repeat. If you can't remember either of those 2 in those moments of high stress or anxiety, then simply hit the big pause button and take 2 or 3 conscious breaths. And what are conscious breaths? Just being fully present with the whole process from beginning to end of taking in that prana, that that air into your lungs, and feeling every moment, every beat, and bringing your awareness to the entire process fully and giving it your all. So let's take 2 nice, deep, conscious breaths together now, and then close out this video. Are you ready? And inhale. And exhale. And again. And exhale. Thank you for joining me, and I hope these little simple techniques come in handy in those times when you're feeling some tightness in your chest or stress or anxiety, and let me know if they do. Until the next one, namaste, and much love and light and peace from my heart to you with a capital H.